Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this wonderful look. Pretty much this side. This side is just super easy makeup, which I'll explain in the video as it goes. And yeah, so this is my first Halloween tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you like it. Let me know if you're going to use it for Halloween because I would love to see how it turns out. Also, if any of you out there have any ideas of something you want to do for Halloween but have no idea how to do the makeup and want me to do a tutorial for you, let me know because I have a couple ideas of things that I want to do. And if I have input from others, it'll kind of, sway what I want to do depending on how demanding it is. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I have already done is I've covered my eyebrow, and if you want to see how I did that, I will put a link in the description below and possibly an annotation in the video, because I already have a video on that. And so now, first thing you need a paper plate and some white cream makeup, and you're just going to squeeze some out onto your plate like so, which is white in a white plate. It probably doesn't work out that well. So now I'm going to grab my foundation brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to first make the outline of the half of my face that I want it to be on, and then I'm going to go in and fill it in. So now basically what you do is you just fill it all in. You can use a foundation brush or you can use a sponge, whatever you prefer and whatever works for you. Okay, so this is the face filled in. I know this probably looks really weird. And now, because it's a liquid, I'm going to set it with a powder. And I recommend, if you are not an ivory color, don't use your face powder. I'm using my face powder because it's not going to really hurt that much because it's transparent and it's ivory. So if you're darker than me, don't use your face powder. Try to get a powder that is really light, even if it's a cheap one. You can always go to Walmart or something, or drugstore, and just find a really cheap powder in transparent ivory or something like that, and you'll be fine. So I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush and set the makeup with the powder. So now I am going to change to my black cream makeup, and I'm just going to, put some of that on my plate. Now that you have some on your plate, what I'm going to do is, the way to figure out where exactly you want to put the black spots is you feel your bone structure. So you feel where your bone is around your eye, and then you can just take an eyeliner pencil, and outline it. And don't worry, you can always go back in with the white and you'll be fine. And then over here, because there's going to be a big black spot right here, so you can have teeth, that dents in, so you feel where your teeth are and you make like a general outline. And then of course your nose. So this tip is pretty much going to be black. So I'm just going to outline all of that, and then I'm going to show you exactly where it was. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be painting black. So I'm just going to fill that in real quick. Obviously I can't use my foundation brush, but I am using an old eyeshadow brush that I don't use anymore for eyeshadow or anything like that. So I just have it sitting around. You can also use a sponge if you want, but it's not as precise as a brush, but whatever floats your boat. So I'm going to fill that in and then show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is the black all filled in. I have a little piece that I have to touch up right here with the white, which I'll do in a second. But now I am going to start shading. So for shading, I'm going to use, so you kind of give more depth to the dark black without just having random white black. So I'm going to be using Scene by MAC, which is a, hold on, let me open it, which is this color. And then I'm also going to be using MAC Carbon, which is just a matte black. And this is kind of a gray, bright grayer color, so gray and black work. So you don't have to like have MAC. But so I'm just going to actually use a fluffy brush and lightly start shading everything. Okay, so the first color that I'm going to start shading with is the gray. And I just kind of want to start on the eye first and just lightly dab around. Which I just touched my face and made a white spot. You have to be very careful when you're using cream eyeshadow from Halloween makeup section, because if you stick your hand in it, as you can see what I just did, it comes off. So I'm going to have to fix that in a second. So I'm just going to lightly dab this around the eye. Actually, so I don't have to go in with any other colors, I'm going to lightly dab this around everything that's black, and then so you don't have to watch it, I'll edit that part out. Okay, so I've gone around all of them with Scene. The only part that I didn't put anything is right here, because you're going to be connecting teeth and you don't want to put any colors there because it's going to be different. So, and if you notice, I was tapping the eyeshadow on. I was not rubbing, because we are using store Halloween makeup. If you rub, you're going to rub the makeup off your face and onto your brush, and then that's just going to turn into a mess and you're going to get mad. So now I am actually going to use Carbon, and I'm just going to dab around them again and kind of try to blend. It's really hard to blend with this kind of cream makeup, but I know that everyone out there is not going to go buy expensive makeup, which is why I'm doing this with store-bought cream makeup. As well as dabbing around the edges. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to start shading. Okay, so now I am going to show you guys the shading that I'm going to do, which I'm still using the same brush and MAC Carbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a black line right here, and then I'm going to kind of shade the temple area and up here. So you can see it gives it a little more definition when I'm done. Okay, so that's the shading that I did. Don't worry, it's gonna get better. Not that it doesn't look cool right now, because it does. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start working on the teeth. But I also have to paint my lips white now. I saved that till last because it's the most weird feeling part, I guess. So I'm gonna start working on the teeth, fill it in white, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys what to do. Okay, so now comes the fun part. I'm gonna be using MAC Carbon real quick and a angled lining brush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a black line that kind of separates the layers of the teeth and connect it with my black spot right here. Okay, so now I'm going to start and kind of make the definition for the teeth. So I'm just going to make the lines down with the liner brush and the black. Now I'm going to change brushes. Those are my general lines that I'm going to go off of. And I'm actually going to grab a tan color like this one right here, which is 390, and that's Inglot color. And I'm getting a soft liner brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to shade the bottom to kind of make it look like a tooth going into your gums. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little more definition, and I'm going to take the dark brown and kind of start and blend it in with the black outline of the tooth with my angled brush. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit of this dark gray color, and I'm just going to kind of shape round the edges of the tooth a little. And as you see, if you showed, I kind of blended out the bottom part to make it look like it's more gums instead of just sitting on top. Okay, so now I have a white eyeliner, and I'm just going to fill in the teeth and make them a little brighter with the eyeliner. This is Prestige white eyeliner. I don't really know. I think I got this at Walgreens, but I know it is really hard to find a white eyeliner. So if not and you have a small brush, you can just use your face paint again, but I want to do it with this. And now what I'm actually going to do is, because you want the kind of effect of teeth coming back into the darkness, I'm going to take my eyeliner and just put, you know, some little streaks. Okay, so now comes time for blood. I'm just going to put a little bit on my plate. And it's runny, so I'm going to try and not get it in the other colors that I have on there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my sponge that I used earlier for my face. I'm going to use a little edge, sponge it in there, and just kind of go around the outline of your face. Alright, so now that you've sponged the outline, this is the fun part, where you can pretty much do what you want with it. So you can kind of sponge a lot, make it run. I'm just going to add a little bit more on the outline. Before I make this all start running, I'm going to do the other half of my face with foundation, and I'm just going to do a quick kind of 50s eyeshadow. I'm not going to show you how to do that. I think I have a tutorial that's similar to what I'm going to do. And if not, you can just kind of get a gist of what I've done, because it's going to be really simple. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to come back and make the blood run. Okay, so I have the makeup on this side now, so it looks nice and complete, and now it is time to let some blood run. And as you can see, it dries. Like, I can touch this and it's not going anywhere. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take this and kind of blob and hope that it goes somewhere. Like so. And if you get too much, don't freak out. You have a sponge, you can stop it or make it go places. So, like down here. So now you have nice and bloody. You can put it obviously as bloody as you want or not bloody at all, depending on how you are, what you want to do. So this is finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. This was definitely a fun one to do, and I may actually do this for Halloween again because I did it a couple years ago and I really like how I did it now. So this is a contender. But I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you use it. I would love to see it. Make sure you subscribe so you know when all my other tutorials come out. And leave a comment if you liked it that much. So you can like and favorite as well if you really like it that much and you're going to use it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.